It has long been awaited. You've seen every single booktuber, book talker, every single person that does anything on these apps do this tag. And now, several weeks late, I will do it too. So I'm gonna do, oh, well, wait, we have to do the intro. So hello, current and future best friends, and welcome to the Donnie Mills channel where we talk about reading and writing. And today we're going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag / mid-year check-in / mid-year whatever. And before we do that, just want to say I did some liner in a semi-competent way today. And so you are going to see it up close and personal. If you see the little pink in the back, no you didn't. Don't worry about that. And yes, I am clothed today. I'm a woman because I have nails. So the mid-year freakout tag was, I guess, started, I wasn't on booktube in 2016, but apparently it was started in 2016 by some folks named Ellie and Chami. Hey girl, thank you for creating this lovely little thing. And also, my roommate just painted. Look how pretty this is. This is our tea, and these are the honeys, and that's my Keurig. And that's more tea. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do this tag. I know that some people add their own questions and do different things. This is my first time doing it, so I don't know that I will do that. I'll try. I'll see what's up. I've got my little Storygraph here, and I'm gonna go. So, best book you've read so far. There are a few that are in the running. I am going to have to say that's going to be between Honey Girl and Nona the Ninth. That's going to be a knockdown drag out. I think I'm going to say Nona the Ninth because Nona the Ninth made me so happy and so confused, filled with joy, filled with terror, filled with mystery. Like there's no way to know what's going on, what's happening, you know? Just a beautiful freaking story by an insane person. Like I just paid way too much money for the special limited editions of the first 3 books in the Locked Tomb series, and like Tamsin Muir wrote a little letter, and I'm like, this is an insane woman, and that's why I vibe with these books, is because this woman's crazy. She's out of her mind, yeah. New release you haven't read yet but want to. Hold on a second. Here we go. It's these sons of bitches, okay? I really want to read this one so that I can finally see all the reviews, because every time I saw that someone I really like gave it a 1 star and like everybody else gave it 10 stars, 5 stars. You know what I mean? Everybody else loved it that I've seen, but every time I see that, if you have it in your thumbnail, not watching. I'm adding it to my watch later. I'm watching it after I read this because I have to read it. I think I might do, and obviously this is the second release from Red Tower Books. Doesn't have sprayed edges, even though most of their first releases do have sprayed edges. I don't know why. It does have a raised emblem right here. I don't even think it has anything on the hardcover. It does have a cute map though. Yeah, nothing on the hardcover, so like, honestly, what's the point, you know? But I am scared of this one because it's by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft. Now here's the problem. Nina Croft is in small letters, Tracy Wolff is in big letters, and Tracy Wolff wrote the Crave series. And I've seen Carrie Can Read's videos on the Crave series, and it doesn't look great. It doesn't look, you know, not my tea, not my style, not my cup of tea, you know? However, and so I guess that's a little bit of a disappointment because I pre-ordered all the Red Tower books in hopes of getting my edges, and I didn't, but it's still a book, and I still love books, you know? So I'm excited to read these 2 new releases. Fourth Wing came out earlier in the year, and obviously my pre-order for Starbringer, which I never said the name of it, it's Starbringer by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft, and it's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, who has not been a part of the Mormon church for 12 years, guys. Doesn't pay tithes. Which brings up the question of Brandon Sanderson, who believes that he can change the system from the inside. Yikes. But if you have religious trauma, you've been there. You've been there where you're like, I can get them to like gay people. I just have to explain it enough. I just have to say, gay people are human beings. If I say it slowly enough, everyone will get it. They'll figure it out. You think that that's what's going to happen. But Brandon, I hate to tell you this, it's not, King. It's not. They hate us, and they don't care. You're only allowed in because you're a straight white man with money, okay? They don't care. But, you know, he'll figure that out on his own, or he won't. Whatever. I think, yeah, obviously, yeah, is the Mormon church really harmful? Yes. But at the exact same time, as someone who comes from an extreme religious background, and as someone who thought they could change it from the inside, and as someone, you know, I get it. Even though, yeah, he's grown. He's a grown man. And you would think, oh, well, then he should know better. But I don't know how raised he is in this. He's got family in it, wife in it, kids in it. Like, that shit is hard to detangle from. You basically cut off, if you cut off from it, like I did when I was like 18, 19, you essentially cut off your entire support circle. Luckily for me, a lot of my contemporaries, either they left or they aren't completely sympathetic to what that particular church was doing. So I still have some people that I can talk to and hang out with and things like that. But for a while, you can be really alone. And if you're that deep entrenched in it, like, that is, it's not easy. People, if you have not been in that type of environment, you don't understand. And I don't want to hear anything from you. Shut up. That turned into a whole thing. Anyway, love holding a physical book. Love a sprayed edge. If I don't like Fourth Wing, I'm coming to all y'all houses. I'm coming to each and every one of y'all's personal residences. And I'm going to go like this. Slap, 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 slap. Just like, slap you all across the face. Because if I don't like Fourth Wing, what was the point? I guess, you know, people can like different things in a book. That doesn't track with me. I don't believe you. You're a liar. Everyone likes all the books I like and hates all the books I hate. Oh no, Mercari just popped up. Oh, a book account where they're selling special editions? It just happened to open on my computer. Which, by the way, why is there a special edition of Vengeful but not a special edition of Vicious? I haven't read either one, but obviously Katie Colson really likes Vicious. Her and I think a friend of hers really likes Vicious. Like, a lot of people seem to really like Vicious. And it's like, what's the problem, man? Also, I need to get into Waterstones because their edition of Cersei is so cute. I just got that one, and I didn't even think to look for a Waterstones edition, but it's gorgeous. Also, I've never done my lips like this, and I really like how it's done. Can you see the way that the ADHD is jumping out? Girl, why did I skip an entire question? It's best book you've read so far, and then I skipped to new release you haven't read but want to. Hello? Okay, the second question is best sequel you've read so far. Now, I've already said Known at the Ninth, and I'm trying not to double up on things, but if we were being real, it would be Known at the Ninth. And Harrow is really, really good. It was only the end that frustrated me, as you'll see in an upcoming reading vlog with my full thoughts, in which I will still have my braids, because I filmed it right after I got my braids, and then somehow didn't get it up for like 2 months. And so, you know, best sequel I've read so far that isn't Known at the Ninth. Let me just scroll through here. I mean, I guess I could just go with Harrow. Now, that means that Harrow the Ninth is being pitched against the Obelisk Gate. However, I gave the Obelisk Gate a 4.75 and I gave Harrow the Ninth a 5. Even though I distinctly remember really not liking the end of Harrow the Ninth, the beginning and the middle were so good that I still gave it a 5. So I think it's going to be Harrow the Ninth. Tamsin puts something in those books. I don't know what it is. But she put something in there. Crazy girl juice is what it is. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Now, y'all know. No, you don't. I just started this channel. You don't know. I don't keep up with, like, what's coming out, what's new. The only reason I know about the Red Tower books and the sprayed edges and all of that is because a girl made a video on TikTok about it, and I was like, say no more. I'm there. Sign me up. Sign me up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something cute. I'm going to check Storygraph. I have a 2023 release tag because whenever I see a book talker or booktuber or bookstagrammer make a post about like, oh, I'm anticipating these reads, I don't always write them down all immediately. I have like little lists on all of those websites of like books I still need to write down, but when I do write them down, I go ahead and put them on my 2023 release list, and I'm going to have that for every year probably, just so that I can keep track of them. So let me go to that list and see if there's anything that hasn't come out yet. Good. 41. Okay, your girl is doing pretty good. So Godly Heathens, the Arboros #1, is an LGBT plus fantasy romance. So you know that's on my Read ASAP list. That's on period, and it's coming out November 28th, 2023. I should probably pre-order that. Okay, yeah, that looks gorgeous. It's by H.E. Edgman. Looks beautiful. Cleat Cute. Let's see, when is that coming out? September 2023. It's a gay romance. They do appear to both be white people on the front cover. Oh, Arboros. That the person on the cover could be of color, possibly. You know, we reach and we hope. So Cleat Cute by Meryl Wilsner. I think Meryl Wilsner has something else that the girls really go up for. Mistakes Were Made. Yeah, the girls go up for Mistakes Were Made, and the girls go up for Something to Talk About. At least I've heard a lot about those. So that's why I marked that one, is because I saw either a bookseller or someone in the community was saying that like Mistakes Were Made was just like incredible, steamy, gorgeous, and I was like, okay, sounds cute. It does look very white. It does, and I don't like that aspect of it, but it looks like it's coming out in September, and I'll give it a try. This is the kind of thing that I would check out at the library, and I wouldn't just go out and buy a copy because I'm a little suspicious of possibly just being, drenched in a world of whiteness. Those Pink Mountain Nights, and this is just me going down my list of what I've recently tagged. So I think I'll just do this third one. Those Pink Mountain Nights. This looks like it might have some people of color in it based on the cover, and it is coming out September 2023. It's just YA fiction, but if I marked it, it's very likely that someone told me that it has LGBT representation. So yeah, those are some books that I'm interested in for this year. I'm a little obsessed with Canva right now, so I might be making little frames for all of these that are like most anticipated blah blah blah, etc. And that might be cute for me. Biggest disappointment. Oh, queen. I have it on lock. Let me just make sure there's nothing else. Oh, no. Ooh, that one was a disappointment too. Let me see the difference between the ratings. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 disappointments. Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus and She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quinlan. But She Drives Me Crazy is slightly less of a disappointment because at least it has some diversity in there, right? So She Drives Me Crazy, less disappointing. This was released in 2021. I read it as an audiobook, and I gave it a 3. And I was just disappointed. But you know what? No. You know what? I'm taking it off the disappointments list because it's YA, and it's just the kind of YA that doesn't work for me. It was cute for what it was. I was just disappointed because I was expecting it to be like really good. And when I say really good, I don't mean I expected it to be spicy. That would be ridiculous. It's YA. I just meant like I expected it to be better than it was, like more well written, for me to connect with the characters more, stuff like that. Lessons in Chemistry is for adults, written for adults, so no excuses there. It's in the 60s, and I guess that's supposed to be our excuse for why there's no diversity, and she just like not randomly, but she mentions Rosa Parks once, and that's supposed to have us being like, yes, she's an ally, and the whole book is about how cool she is, and she's such a feminist, and it's basically just like this kind of white feminist, like, ooh, look at her, look at us, we're so cool, let's go white girls, we're so great. It's like, did y'all feel like you did something with that? Did you think it was cute? And it was Barnes & Noble's #1 book of the year. So yes, they did think they did something. Somebody thought somebody did something, right? I gave it a 3. Here's the thing. It wasn't a bad book, but like nothing that was revealed was something that I cared about. The like big reveal that is like kind of hinted at and that you know is coming throughout the whole book. Didn't care. Didn't care. And then it's just like, nobody could have been black. The receptionist couldn't have been black. Her neighbor couldn't have been black. The reveal character couldn't have been black. The love interest couldn't have been half mixed. Something. Anything. Not even black. Don't even have to be black. You don't even have to be my community. Any community that is not just white people. Anything? Okay. No, we don't have any. I did listen to the audiobook, and I learned in the end the author originally intended to write the story of the daughter's perspective, thinking back on like how her mother's life affected her. And if she wrote that and hopefully took into account the fact that her first book had zero diversity, hopefully more people than me have said something about that. She hears about that. She understands it, takes it in. If she wrote something about the daughter, I would read it from the library. I would definitely wouldn't buy it. And I would check it out and see, I would see what I think. And I would see if she changed anything. Because her daughter would have been coming up in the 70s, 80s. So there's no excuse for a lack of diversity. Because you're not in the Jim Crow South. Whoa. I don't even think they're in the South. So they wouldn't have... It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a lick of sense, love. Biggest surprise? I think the biggest surprise in a bad way was Paper Girls Volume 1. I expected to live, laugh, love. I expected to be like, this is my shit. This is everything. It's gorgeous. I love it. Because I love graphic novels. I love girl gangs. I love gay shit. I love crimes. I love crimes that don't harm good people. But it is a bunch of young girls being apparently written by a man, as far as I can ascertain. And so that may be the issue. And also the LGBT that they're talking about in this is like, those LGBT people are being harassed by an 11-year-old girl, and it's like with slurs and everything. And so it's like, what's going on? Is this for us, or are you laughing with us or at us? What's going on? And I don't know the sexuality of Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know old boy sexuality, but I think it's weird if he is straight. What's with that? What's with people from not like communities that they're not in being like, I want to put a slur in there. Let me look this up. Is he gay? Maybe he is gay. And he just felt like that slur was useful for some reason. I doubt it. Why is Brian K. Vaughan politics coming up? Personal life. Yeah, he has a wife. He could be bi. That doesn't have anything to do with me. That's not my fucking business. But, definitely not exclusively into other men, which is kind of, not exclusively, whatever. From what appears to be a straight man, to use slurs against gay people, and then like with Neil Gaiman being a white man, using slurs against black people, it's just like, why do you feel the need to do that? And for Neil, at least he does it for the villains, and it's just like a weird way to say that they're villains. Super weird. Neil, stop doing that. But Brian, she's not even a villain, she's a main character. And it's just like, this is the 80s. It's a fantasy world. There are aliens here. Does it need to be so, like, oh, the 80s were so homophobic? Do we need that? Is it necessary? Think about that. I just want you to think it through and give me an explanation as to why. And then I'll assess that explanation and try and figure out what I think from there. But from where I'm sitting, seems a little odd, a little strange, little weird. Favorite new author, Tamsin Muir. Tamsin Muir has locked it up with the Locktombs series, the trilogy. I am vibrating, gnawing on furniture, waiting for Alecto the Ninth. Give me Alecto the Ninth, or give me death. I even went and read the little novellas to tide me over, because I'm gonna start losing my mind. Give me my books. Give them all to me, and they better be coming out with an Illumicrate version of Alecto, or I'll lose my mind. I lose my mind. Oh yeah, Tamsin is definitely a new favorite, especially after reading that author letter that she wrote for the Lumicrate. It's just like, oh, I love insane women. Newest fictional crush, Gideon the Ninth. Gideon Nav, that's my baby. That's my woman. That's my wife. Gideon Nav is my wife. Well, I don't think I fit the Haro stereotype, but I love Gideon. Just buff woman, only works out her arms for some reason, loves a sword, real dumb and sarcastic. Oh, that's everything I ever need in life. Newest favorite character? It's gonna be Locked Tomb, obviously. A close runner-up would be the Cemetery Boys book. Maybe Julian could have been there, but nothing is gonna touch the Locked Tomb for me. So I'm gonna think, who is my new Nona? So I have crush on Gideon. My favorite character is Nona, but don't get it twisted. I haven't ever heard the audiobook, so I don't know how you pronounce it. Ianthe. I'm gonna go with Ianthe. And Haro. I love a crazy, insane, weird freak girl. Book that made you cry. Did anything make me cry? Ugh, is my heart stone? Has anything made me cry? Like, cry. The Obelisk Gate got me very emotional. I was like, I don't know if it made me cry. I'm glad my mom died. Emotional. And I got emotional at Darius the Great is Not Okay and Darius the Great Deserves Better. Heartstopper, emotional, but didn't cry. There are things I can't tell you. Emotional, didn't cry. I haven't cried over a book this year yet. But, I mean, I listed everything that made me emotional. But, I mean, you tell me. But if I wasn't going to get emotional, if I wasn't going to cry over I'm glad my mom died, maybe I'm just not going to cry this year. Book that made you happy. Oh, Heartstopper Volume 1, I was like, I didn't get the hype. I was like, oh, this is okay. Volume 2, I special ordered a physical copy. Because anything that has an accepting mother when their kid comes out, it has me by the throat. Heartstopper Volume 2, and then Volume 3 and 4, the mental health aspect coming in, and the community they're building, and the talk about how you can't do anything in a vacuum. A romantic partner is not going to solve everything. You need your community, you need your parents, you need your friends, you need your therapist, you need your doctors, like, period. This is the kind of messaging that I needed when I was a kid. This is fucking healing inner child shit right now. I mean, it's just a cute story regardless of if I had no trauma at all, it would still be a cute ass story. But this shit just, right there, it got me. Ugh, beautiful. It has made me so happy. I bought Volume 2 physically. I'm considering Volume 3 and 4. I think if I was in a space with more bookshelf space, I would get those. So those are kind of want to buy when I have more bookshelf space. And I have a library, finally, as I've always wanted. Most beautiful book that you bought? Girl, I bought a lot of pretty books this year. You about to see, hold on, you about to see a lot. So first, let me insert a clip or picture of Gideon the Ninth, the Locked Tomb series, the special editions that I just got. In no particular order. Keep in mind that I don't, like, I have the Illumicrate subscription, but I do not buy a special edition unless it has anymore, because I got some that I was really disappointed with and realized that I was just kind of in a fugue state and buying impulsively. So when I'm buying intentionally, I do not buy it unless it has foil on the hardcover or some kind of, or a printed hardcover, some kind of design on the hardcover, end papers. Usually I love character design, character art and papers, but like scene art is good, world art is good too, and a really pretty map can work too. stenciled edges, not just block sprayed edges, but at least some kind of design on the edge, so a stenciled edge. And I'm going to try and figure out how to do, for mine that are just block sprayed, I'm going to try and figure out how I can do my own stencils on them. Also for mine that have blank hardcovers, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do gold foiling. We'll see if they have. I think most of these have everything that I like. So first, we have Spice Road. This one's I got off Mercari. This is a fairy loot book, and she's so gorgeous. Apparently, I can't wait to read these books. Like, I'm so excited. I'm going to show you the stenciled edges that do match the gorgeous jacket, which is something I love to see. Even the girls that like are painting the edges, I love when they, ooh, and it's got a reverse dust jacket. I think reverse dust jackets are pretty. Never going to use them. Never in my human life would I use one. Because I'm not doing all that. I don't care. I don't care enough for that. But look at this beautiful art on the reverse dust jacket. Gorgeous. And then look at the beautiful hardcover. And I think that's even cuter when it's kind of contrasting. There we go. And look at this gorgeous character art. And they look like brown people, which makes me excited. Then we've got even more on the other side. I love when it's different on each side as well. I like when the end papers are different, but they don't have to be, but I like it when they are. So that makes me happy. Ooh, an Australian author. It's possibly Middle Eastern. Interesting. Now this one I did not buy. I got in my Illuma crate box, my first ever Illuma crate box, which I need to put up my video of me unboxing that. I filmed it, but I never put it up. So we have The Witch King by Martha Wells. Look how beautiful this hardcover is. I took the dust jacket was just the regular hardcover, and this is so much prettier. I had to just take it out, and maybe I'll put it back on eventually because of worries. But we've got plain purple at the top, and then bam, prettiest edges. Oh my god, this question is supposed to be for one book, but I don't care. And then look at this. If you hate bones, don't look, but look at this end paper. I guess I cracked it a little bit. I don't know if that's like a book toxin or something. Like, who cares? As long as the book isn't falling apart, it's fine. You gotta see the art, you know? What am I gonna do? Not see the art? It looks like a gorgeous world. We've got another Fairy Loot. This is the first, like, Fairy Loot Illuma crate, you know, Goldsboro, whatever, special edition I bought, which is Emily Wilde. I love the holographic little mushrooms. I love a mushroom. As you know, I'm a mushroom girly. Check out those edges. I have this, you know, hardback that could function on its own, but I like the holographic mushroom, so I keep the dust jacket on. I also like that it's a little more raised. I like raised, like, I like the texture when you foil it and it's got a texture to it. I like that, so I like that that's what the cover has. Not foil, I don't know if it's foil or not. And there are character art in papers. We've got this man. And this isn't usually up my alley because it looks like it's white characters in a straight romance, which is not usually my thing, but the book was just so pretty that I, you know, really wanted it. And then we've got this. And as you can see, I'm not taking the dust jacket off anymore because, girl, we don't have time. We don't have time. Of course, there were a million, R.F. Kuang gets a lot of special editions. There were a million editions of this babble. But I ended up going with the Fairy Loot edition. It was the one I thought was prettiest. Usually I think the Illumicrate edition is the best, but for me, this was the best, especially the edges. I think the Illumicrate one had text on the edges, and I personally don't like text edges. So I liked that it had this kind of alternative cover that's just a kind of gray and whitewash as opposed to the darker cover. And then it has these gorgeous stenciled image of, I guess, the university. The beautiful printed hardback of the original cover art, which is really beautiful, and I could just leave it like that if I didn't like the gold of the dust cover so much. And then sorry you can't see Old Girl because I'm not taking the dust jacket all the way off, but look at that beautiful character art. Immediately tells me there's people of color in it, and I knew that from the reviews I'd seen. I knew there were people of color in it, and obviously it's R.F. Kuang. Like, she doesn't, you know, she don't play around. So love that. R.F. Kuang. Like, here's the thing, I have not read yet a single word of anything R.F. Kuang has written, but just the concepts of every book I've heard and just her Instagram account, I'm already like, I ride with you. Even if I hate these books, conceptually, I ride with her. Finally, the last one I grabbed, this was the book the month before my Illumicrate wait list came up, so I had to grab it from one of the resale girls on Mercari because it was so beautiful. Look at that. Look at her. Look at her. She's so gorgeous. Lies We Sing to the Sea by Sarah Underwood. Her life to appease a god, his life to save a kingdom, her lies to destroy them all. Love to see it. I just love water imagery. And then these edges are so gorgeous. Oh my god. Are they? Yeah, they're not actually gold, but they kind of read as it on screen a little bit on camera. And then on the inside, what we have a scene. It's character artwork and a scene, which I love. And I don't know if I don't remember. I looked it up, but I don't remember if it has sapphic or anything in that. But I love that the character art seems to be of women. We'd love to see it. If anybody's wondering, I've stopped drinking vats of coffee, as I remembered that previously in my mental health journey, I learned that drinking too much coffee was bad for me, and I had just forgotten about it. So I've rolled back my coffee sizes. So if you see me sipping on anything, it's going to be... Books that I need to read by the end of the year. Let's see, shall we? Well, I mean, just thinking about my ideas that I have, there's some books on my shelf. There's some books that are part of a vlog that I'm working on. Need to read by the end of the year, I guess. So the blogs that I've already worked on is I'm for that I need to finish Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I'm listening to the audiobook from that. I'm like 30% in. I need to read Yallll. I need to finish Cinderella is Dead. Cinderella is Not Dead, or Cinderella is Dead by Caitlin Brillin, something along those lines. And I want to read the second series she did, even though Cinderella's Not Dead, spoiler alert, not going well. But I do want to read, because I bought them, the other book she did, which is Wicked something. Wicked. Yeah, it's Wicked. Poison Wicked. Wicked Poison. This Poison Heart, I think, by her. And then the second one, which is like This Wicked Fate, I think, which has two girls holding hands on the cover. Like, see, I hate when it's black and sapphic, and I don't love it. That makes me so sad. So I'm really hoping I love that one. Ace of Spades, that's something that's going to be in a video I'm working on. The Bridgerton series, it's really bad, but I am determined to finish it. I even canceled Illumicrate reprinted the special editions, and I canceled mine because I think the special editions are so beautiful. And I will keep a mid special edition, but these books are so bad that I canceled it. And for a special edition fiend like me to do that, you know it's bad. I mean, we've got what's in my Libby. Where's my Libby? Bring my Libby to me. Like the holds that I have, I definitely would want to finish my holds before the end of this year. So let's see what I've got. So what I've currently got is The Stone Sky. Yeah, I need to finish that. I'm on 7%. I don't know, something about it is, it's feeling very heavy. It's feeling very momentous. It's feeling very scary for some reason. I mean, there's a young girl who's going through a lot, and and the only adult in her life who can help her, really, the two adults that can help her, are very untrustworthy, and I don't trust them to truly help her. So I'm very worried about her fate. I just got Firekeeper's Daughter, and I'm doing that for a bingo at my library. Loveless by Alice Oseman, because I'm just craving her writing after Heartbreaker. Heartstopper, girl. A Flicker in the Dark, a January book club read that I would love to see what everybody's thoughts were on it. Tidelands by Philippa Gregory. Solitaire by Alice Oseman. Happy Place by Emma Henry. Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. And A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. So those are all books that I actively have plans to read before the end of the year. Beyond that, I can't tell you anything, except I do hope to be get back to my physical TBR. Even now, I could get more books from the library, but I'm not getting any more books from the library right now unless it's a hold that comes in, because I am trying to finish the books that I have on hold and then I am going to focus on my physical TBR. So, woohoo! Still probably one book, at least, from the library, like per month or whatever, but I'm gonna try and focus on the physical TBR. I have so many ideas. I hate editing. And that's the truth of it. I hate editing, especially when I do like a long vlog with a lot of clips. So actually the current vlog I'm working on, my plan is to try and cut out as many clips as possible and get rid of as many that are unnecessary as possible. And I hope that that will allow me to do a little less editing. Favorite book community member? Well, it's like, how do you rate that? Is it the girlies who, you know, you talk to the most, or is it the girls that okay, here's what we'll say. The girlies that I watch, like that I watch everything, the video they come out with, Booked and Busy, Katie Colson, Meg with Books, Carrie Can Read, I watch a lot of hers. Cheeky Chapters, she also has been really supportive, which is really awesome. Lily Reads. Obviously, Kayla from Books and La. Duh. She's a legend. She's a legend. Becca in the Books. I've liked hers. Reading with Mo. I've liked. Mina Reads. Really like her videos. Let me look at my videos and see who like tends to comment, because if you comment on my videos, you're my favorite person in the world. Period. Michaela Reads commented. Aw. That she mentions, which is the Jasmine Throne series. The Jasmine Throne series, I'm actually really interested in getting to that before the end of the year. The Jasmine Throne series and the book with the Unbroken and the Faithless, it's by C.L. Clark, I think. Those books I'm really interested in getting to, like, ASAP. Michaela again, Queen. The Peeps. I'm just looking at my last 3 videos and who commented. Not a lot on this one, because I think my thumbnail was too overwhelming and people were like, I'm not doing this with you. But Michaela... Okay, me and Michaela are homies. I had not realized how much she had commented on. I'm subscribing immediately. Yes, I'm subscribed. What a queen. She is really like commenting on my stuff. Oh, I'm gonna make sure and watch some of her stuff. I'm about to become a stan. Sorry I didn't subscribe earlier. I think other favorites are going to be people that I have a tag for on Storygraph, people that I keep a tag of their recommendations, because I just like their videos so much that I feel like I'm going to vibe with what they recommend, or because I've seen their reviews of my favorite books, or they have my favorite books on their, like, behind them on their videos, and I'm like, okay, so you get it. If you have the Locked Tomb behind you in your videos, if you have the 5th season, the Broken Earth trilogy behind you in your videos, if you have the Queen's Thief series behind you in your videos, I'm going to be like, they get it. They understand. And I'm going to be rapidly following your recommendations. 48 minutes. Dang. Hopefully what I end up giving you is not 48 minutes. Let me do this just the quickest it's humanly possible to do this, I'll just say. Booked and Busy, I have a tag for, who I already mentioned. Alana on Book Talk, have a tag for her. And hers is one where, like, I don't even think we read the same kind of books. I just love her vibe. I love her cute outfits. I love the way she talks about books. I'm going to make videos of myself reading recs from different people over the years, and that's why I keep track of them as well. But Katie Colson just is so effusive in what she says and what she writes about that it makes me want to read what she's talking about, you know? Crystal Lang on Bookstagram. She is one of those ones who really likes the Broken Earth trilogy, and something else that I really like, I think the Locked Tomb. And so I'm like, impeccable taste. I'm listening. So anything she recommends, I'm going to check it out. Lexi from Book Talk. Oh, she's the girl that does the tiers of, like, reading a romance and seeing, like, oh, how likely are they to get divorced, be an old married couple, have a doomed to a loveless marriage. She, like, ranks them, and she just started a booktube, which I still haven't read her favorite books of all I still haven't watched her favorite books of all time video, because I need to write them all down when I do. Lily Reads, obviously, which I already mentioned her. My local bookseller, Robin, she has a bookstagram, actually. Robin, I'll put it here. Robin has a bookstagram that maybe you're already following her, but she's a local bookseller, and I be writing down her recs too. Yeah, not as many people as I thought have the distinct pleasure of having a Storygraph tag. Okay, so I've been talking y'all ear off. Okay, so thank you for taking a moment with me. Answer one of these questions down in the comments, or, like, not link. I don't know if YouTube will let you link, but, like, be like, I did the mid-year freak out tag. Check mine out. Let me know. Did you do this tag? You know, do you have a video up? Are you gonna do the tag? These are all examples of things I would love to know that you can comment below. So thank you for taking a moment with me, if I didn't already say that. I hope you have a wonderful day, I hope, or evening, or night, all the time. And I hope that this video helped make it that way. And with all the love in my heart, goodbye.